situation up with regards to the y-axis on this this build of this milling machine. And what I've decided, rather than, if I can move you around, now originally I was going to put the, a servo motor out on the front and in the normal way, but as it happens, where the column goes on here, there's this big hole out the back, at least half a hole here, and on the bottom of the column, if you can pick that up, there's a corresponding half hole. So I think the makers or designers of this have made this so it can have, the screw coming out through the back and mount a stepper or servo motor out on the back. It's not quite as simple as that though. To allow this this ball nut to go underneath here. Now a lot of the other guys I've noticed cut this out. I want to keep this as rigid as possible, so what I'm doing is I am going to lower the center of the shaft down 5mm. And the only thing that's in the way is this brace here. If you can pick that up. And I've measured it all up and I can do it. So what I'm doing, there's a boss here on the back. And I've just got, let's get this screw out the way a minute. And I've just got my angle grinder and I'm just grinding a flat area on this boss. It's about 1 inch thick here. So I've got to go down about another 1/2 inch, and then I can bore a hole through there. Just simply drill a hole through there of about just over 3/4 of an inch, which is fine because the screw is only what is that screw? That's 16mm. So I go maybe 21mm, maybe like 7/8, maybe hole, just enough to clear the screw there. And this is completely flat. And of course, when the column goes on there, it mates completely flat with this. So yeah, so I'm going to put a servo motor out on the back here and drive it from the back. No problem. Okay, so I just thought I'd bring you down for a little look. So this is going to actually be put into an aluminium plate, which is 1/2 inch thick. So it's only going to stand sort of there like that. But I don't think it'll just hold there by itself. But I just had to take it out a bit. I'd take this area out a little bit, just to align with the, I don't know whether you can see all the way down through there. You can see that this side is much wider than this side, so I'm just taking this side and down a bit, just to so it lines up all the way through. Okay, and filing it to add. So the best way to do it is with a small angle grinder, just being very careful. Okay, so there's a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. The ball screw is just laying in there at the moment. There is about 1/4 inch play, just under, actually about 3/16 of an inch play, which is about 4 millimeters play in between, you know, the outer side of the screw to that hole. I don't have another drill, well, long enough actually to go, you know, for me to sort of get it in there. They're all stubby. You know, I could go a couple of sizes up, but I think, you know, that should be absolutely fine. You know, sort of 3/16 of an inch either side or all round is fine. Well, that's what it's going to look like with a nice NEMA 35, sort of 35, with a nice NEMA 34 stuck on the back. Well, that's taken, believe it or not, you know, sort of grinding this down flat with an angle grinder, easily enough, just take your time. Then drilling this, you know, drilling with a pilot hole first. I did have to use, where is it? There it is. I did have to use a, you know, a very long, which I sort of have. This is 4 mil, no it isn't, it's, this is 3.5 millimeter, 1/8 of an inch. Pilot hole through first, very gently. It does pay to have a couple of extended drills too. And then I went, what? About, I chased a 3/8, which is about 9 millimeter, something like that. That gold coloured one there, actually. Chased that through, and then I went with this one, which is a 20 millimeter, which is a couple of sizes up from 3/4 of an inch. And of course I got it, this is a 16 millimeter screw, 16 millimeter diameter, so there's plenty of room there. So there you go. That's sort of, it's very roughly in. What I was going to say to you is, you know, sort of the sum of, you know, grinding this out and grinding that down and drilling that out and sort of mucking around with it. That's taken about 3.5 hours. You know, a job like this, you can't rush it. So just do a bit at a time, check yourself all the time, and you know, you will get there. You know, this is going to take probably, you know, a couple of 100 hours to you know, completely do. But there you go. We're going to get there gradually. So I've got to take a little bit more out of this now, and I might even put the column back on, because I think I've probably got to take some out of that as well. Oop, gone too dark, have we? Oh, there we go. So I've got to take some out of this as well. Both sides, just plenty of clearance. And then I can measure up to, you know, sort of make the mating plate to go on here for that bearing to be mounted in the center, and you know, sort of drill the casting and the column to fit it on. And then I'll build it out and, you know, make a boss for the NEMA 34 to go on to, which I'll be using, you know, one of the CNC routers to cut that out. So, okay, there we are so far.